Hello everyone! Welcome to some late night warships. Just gotta double check that everything is indeed working. Okay, everything is indeed working. The only thing I can easily check is Twitch, so I have to click around to get to make sure my YouTube stream is working. But yeah, I got dockyard missions to do. And to figure I'm gonna be doing them, I may as well stream. Like, get this final set to finish, which I've made okay progress on. I was a bit late starting on this final set, so, you know. This is gonna be a pain, because I'm out of premium time. But I'm sure it'll be fine. I'll probably play a bit of this, though I imagine most people who watch World of Warships content are probably getting a little sick of seeing the Pan American battleships. I do want to just start this stream by pointing something out for anyone just clicking on something World of Warships, watching a few minutes, and then, you know, moving on. Iparanga and the Tier 10 both have a pretty big weak spot I've not seen anyone make mention of. Iparanga, it's back here. It's both on the back, but you have this nice little shelf that makes it really hard to angle while kiting away. Like, if you're angled enough to fire 3 guns, which would be this one and these two, this is flat to your targets, well, to whoever you're basically kiting away from. And if you're completely reversed to them, well, this is a lot of 32. There is still some flat here if the shells go long. Like, it's just going to cause shells to bite into your superstructure, bite into this upper belt, and this is casemate. This will have basically no damage saturation. So, you really don't want to be kiting in these things. Now, Los Andes does not have that problem. Los Andes does not have that shelf. It, however, does lack the 360 turret, but it does not have that shelf. So, you know, probably the tankiest of a lot of them, if I'm honest, because you can actually kite in this thing. Libertad has that shelf again. Now, your secondaries might eat some of these shells, but this is all casemate. You need to be really careful, and if you're fighting these things, and say it's trying to kite away from you, well, this is flat. These sections will be flat once the secondaries are destroyed, which won't take terribly long if you're shooting considerably sized guns at it. Like, this is a pretty big weak spot of the ship, is this rear section, and all of this being casemate. However, if it's approaching you, yeah, these are not ships for kiting in. And the fact that they're not ships for kiting in seems to have people convinced they're overpowered. I don't get it. We finally have ships capable of pushing, and they're suddenly overpowered. It's, though, even then, like, let's be real, these aren't terribly great ships. Ignore, I'm in my ranked. Where is it? Just ignore this. I've not really had bad games in it, but still, that's mostly just because pushing wins games. And I feel like that's more what people are learning, and they're correlating pushing wins games equals ship is overpowered. Like, they're... This community... I will play a little bit of this thing, though. Just because I still need secondary battery hits. One more, I need main and secondary battery hits, and I need ribbons in general. So, there's going to be a lot of these things in queue, though. So I'll probably dip down to, like, tier 5, just to avoid them all. Though I would rather do that once I've actually got my battleship ribbons done. I might actually do some operations as well, because operations are a pretty nice spot to get them done in. The problem playing tier 8s into operations, and that's why I really wish I could have the tier 9, is you'll quite often get the tier 7 operations playing your tier 8s, and you get so much less done in those. Like, I've had runs playing operations with Iparanga, and also if anyone wants to correct me on how to say that, go ahead. I am a barely English speaker. So, just that sentence. Yeah, there we... What is it, 4 or 5 of them? 4. But, I've had operation runs with, Eperanga here, where I've literally not even managed to proc the legendary commander because things were dying too quickly. This was a Norai run. Like, the only thing in that operation that has any amount of health is Little Trouble. Like... Alright, I got an NC, a Talon, and the Z-23. What are we likely facing? Probably the Hsien-Yang. Okay. Our Z-23 does not have Concealment Expert. Good. Why are you playing a tier 8 without Concealment Expert? I know the argument would be, oh, well, he probably just doesn't have a 10-point commander, but you're in a tier 8. Pretty sure that's a tech tree tier 8, too. I was gonna say yeah, because the name's like that, but no, I don't actually know. I can't tell in-game, but I'm pretty sure Z-23 is the tech tree tier 8. It's not really worth me tabbing out to check at this exact moment, but... Oh, the Aparanga buddy's over here, too. Well, okay, then. Amaki. Not the scariest thing, as long as I don't show it in my butt. Don't want to do that. Charles Martel. Gift for you there, Charlie. It's probably gonna miss, because I think he was starting to accelerate. Probably has his engine boost running. Yeah. Probably accelerated and turned out. Come on, Talon. We got this. Talon, thank you. Come on. There it is. I missed. I'm gonna get turned this way. At the angles the Hsien-Yang is at, I won't need to worry about torpedoes. Because there's almost no way he's launched any. I do have to worry about that Kansas, though. I get turned back the other way. I'm just gonna let these fires burn. Come on, Iparanga buddy, get up here. I'm gonna die. I need to put these fires out. Come on, Iparanga. We can do this. Get up here. Don't leave me hanging. Just want the extra damage. Turning back the other way. Okay, there's that. There's the Hsien Yang. Who probably thought those torpedoes would get me. If I can just take out the Hsien Yang. Ah, I only hit him once. If I could have taken him out. Ooh, I'm gonna burn down. Come on, either Iparanga. That is not that is not how you Iparanga. You do not snipe. If this guy had pushed his W key, now he's no, he's still gonna beach himself. He does not want to brawl. That's sad. Why would you play a brawler and then just not brawl? I think it's the Masa still burning. You gotta full send it. I mean, if I'd had help from, like, anybody, might have been able to handle that a lot better, but... Got the NC trying to hide behind islands. Got the Z-23, which I'm pretty sure is the tech tree ship running no concealment. I need to double check that now. Z-23 is the tech tree, right? It's not a premium? Yes, it is the tech tree one. So, you've had time to get a 10-point commander. Either that or he's not running concealment systems. He's not running one or the other. He's only got one concealment buff running. I will not understand people that don't push in this thing. Like, if you're gonna play it right. Like, it is very much a case of, if I had had support, that push probably would have broken the enemy team, because getting to that the other side of their islands forces them to push into us. Okay, I hope that Akazuki comes over here. Though, we may not have to deal with any destroyers, so... Ah, there's tier 7s in here. I didn't even notice. 1 tier 7 per team. Okay, their destroyers are going to be dead center. They're going to be right in the middle. Maybe. They could be at the flank. Because... yeah, they might be at the C flank for their spawn. I like but also dislike how this game spawns divisions. Like, okay, I do understand. They want people to spawn together. What I don't understand is why on our team we don't have a mirrored spawn of our players just spawning in the same positions as the enemy team. Because that's why playing in divisions gets you much higher win rates more than anything else. Is just simply, you've altered the spawns in a way that's probably given you a massive advantage. Like, imagine for a moment if both of those enemy destroyers are actually on the A flank. They're gonna win this flank easily without really any effort at all if they are both over here. If they're both at C, well, they're probably still gonna win. Their destroyers are definitely better suited for cap contention than ours are, because GJ is not very good at this stuff. Ours doesn't even have concealment, I don't think. So that's fun. It's running pretty heavily. Midliner build by the looks of it. Okay, their destroyers are over there. Good to know. Why did you fire your guns? You're probably not still spotted. Because that Rochester is going to be in its smoke. Hey there, Bismarck. I'm not exactly who you wanted to see now, am I? Okay, NC behind the island. If I come this way, that's going to narrow the gap the NC will even have to shoot at me. Isolating this into a 1v1, though it's closer to a 2v1 because of the other Iparanga, which isn't a secondary build. Good. Let's get some extra damage going. Might get some both sides action going on here too. I'm gonna start my heal. Yeah, got some both sides action going on. I'm gonna wait. Fire now. Because that's almost got me back to my buff immediately. Come on, teammates. Why are you firing high explosive? Okay, Jean Bart is coming. Rochester's trying to be sneaky. Nice little slap into the Jean Bart. I'm going to put that fire out, even though I know I shouldn't have, but got an American damage control. I'm not that worried. Another little slap into the Jean Bart. Now the NC. Who I'm feeling really neglected by. NC, come on, man. I get I'm angled to you, but come on. Rochester's gonna try and make a run for it. Hey, buddy. You are too close, my man. Smoke fire penalties, my guy. You did not want to do that. See, this is the thing of when you push up and have support, shit just works. You just need the support. That's the thing. Come on, Genie. We can't spend forever on this guy. I also don't want to be close enough that he could just ram me, because that would suck. Yes, you get between me and him. Hey, I have no idea why he didn't just push for a ram. Okay, got my buff. I'm happy with that. I mean, I suppose he did manage to kill the Analt, but he probably could have still done that even if... Is in the cap with me? Ah, the mains. Ah, the Helena died. Well, it's to be expected. Does that look like a full heal? It kinda does. Very tempted to pop that heal. Just because it does look like a full heal. Those turrets out. I think that was Cherbourg's secondaries? Aw, he reversed too much. What is my reload anyway? 28 seconds. Alright, so I'm basically reload modded right now. That's neat. Ooh, that Algerie's gonna beach. Bonk. So I get these secondaries firing. Now I'll pop the heal though. Ah, aimed a little high. Ooh, the Akazuki died. Okay. So it's just a Cossack somewhere. That's a bit of a problem. Not knowing where that is, that's probably it there. Now you know though, Iparanga's just so overpowered. Like, you can't fight it! I totally didn't just basically, yeah, show exactly where to shoot them using an Iparanga. Like, you just aim for the superstructure like you do everything else. Like, I do not understand all of the fear-mongering around this thing. Is he really down there? I suppose he was just spotted for, like, a very brief moment. Come on, go gadget secondaries. Ah, I wanted the Kraken. Decent credits though. Like, okay, here is one argument I can easily make as to why these battleships are not as overpowered as people make them out to be. If a ship truly is overpowered, think Julio Cesare. No matter who is playing it, they will at least do okay, assuming they don't detonate. You know, it's possible to do really bad in an Iparanga. Like, it's not a difficult ship to do bad in. That's the thing. Like, I mean, in this case of Shore, did just top the team. But, like, wow, that defeat took longer than winning that. I still was halfway up the team. But, like, even this was a 40,000 damage just yeet into the enemy team. And I'm halfway up the team. Just think of how badly that Iparanga had to do on our team to do worse than that, basically. You can do very poorly in Iparanga. It's not terribly difficult. And I mean, like, let's see. So I want Bismarck, Odin, or Tirpitz. Could go Bis. I really should change this commander because I kind of want IFHE on here because Bismarck only has these. But 150s are pretty alright. Thing is, I'm not gonna have anything better grabbing my normal captain either. Let's see. Yeah, I think I'll go Odin. But I think I took the secondary equipment off of Odin to run it more as a hybrid. The hybrid build does definitely work, so. I mean, you still get 10.2 kilometer secondaries, so. You lose a bit of dispersion, but I'd rather have the main gun accuracy. Because Odin is actually a pretty accurate gunship. I remember when the Odin dockyard came around and everyone was shitting on this ship for being bad. And then I was looking at it going, that's cheaper than buying Tirpitz. And it's a secondary German battleship. And then I played it a bit, and I'm like, hold up, this is actually really good. Like, I will need to play a bit more carefully than I was with Iparanga. but not because there's a major difference in armor. Between the two, I'd honestly argue Odin has better armor. It still has the shelf. You don't want to be kiting. Oh god, there's a submarine on this flank. Okay. Fun police are here. But don't worry, I've got a thing to detect things that are under the water. That can only detect submarines at 2 kilometers. Yet it can detect tiny-ass torpedoes at 3.5. Other ships on the surface at 5. Okay, I'm with an Iparanga. But like between the two, I would argue Odin has better armor. It's just Iparanga has 1, more health, and 2, an American damage control. This is standard battleship damage control. It's nowhere near as good. Yeah. Weird feeling in my lungs. I do not have much confidence in that Monaghan on the other side. Oops, sorry, Cleveland. Trying to get around this rock, which is really the rock you want to be behind, but detected. It's always fun. Destroyer? Okay. Okay, what is that submarine? Salmon. He did not move to where I thought he was going to in the time I thought he would get there. That's basically what that was. Okay, then. Is he still almost where he was? No, I'll wait. Okay, it looks like the Gata is gonna come around. My secondary's over on the little duplex. Rude. Rude. I'm just gonna let that flood go. 100% of floods is healable, so. Splash damage again. Go away, fun police. Man, it's kind of funny watching a ship with better armor piercing than me lobbing high explosive. at a broadside Cleveland. Yeah, there's that shelf in action. I think that Sharn might be pushing up. That'll be kind of funny. Because I'm basically him, but bigger. Slightly bigger guns, slightly more armor. He has better torpedoes than I do. And for his tier, better secondaries. Mine are debatably better just given the size of them. I'm pretty sure that duplex is going to have torpedoed, so gonna push forward. Obvious torpedoes are kind of obvious. Kansas is lobbing high explosive at me. I don't understand. I have Kansas. Can't say I'd ever load high explosive in those guns. I do feel a little bad for them because our fun police gets to continue policing fun, and theirs is dead. But yeah, knocked out one of his turrets. Rude. I'll put those out. There's no real torpedo threat. Like, I know this is very much an apples to oranges comparison I am doing here, but like, just the fact that like I'm already sitting at, you know, almost 90k damage. That probably would have been 90k if someone else hadn't gotten him first. Like, a lot of doing well in this game comes down to positioning well. Like, it doesn't really come down to what ship you're playing. Come on, you. Time to die. Really? Lucky bugger. Oh, well, it's a few more ribbons. Why? I don't know why this Kansas just has it out for me. What did I do to you, man? Other than that, which he got to see just before he died. Yeah, there's 112k. Didn't really have the opportunity to deal more damage. Like... I might get some more damage on the Normandy, I suppose. But that's going to rely on the Cyclone letting up. You would think that fire would go out a little faster, given it's, you know, we're in a cyclone, but whatever. Hey, I might get my last heal off. Might get me a dreadnought. Maybe. Nah, the Normandy turned around. Boo. I wanted more damage. I might be able to blind fire him, though. Ooh, he can see the Amagi. Doesn't hurt to try. I missed. I'm not the best at map aiming. Bad dispersion. Oh. I still would have missed him though. But yeah, like, sure I didn't top the team, but it's just because I didn't have that much opportunity to get my secondaries firing more than anything. Like, but yeah, between the two, I would argue this is better armor. Like, you do have the extra icebreaker, which does help you in the complete up tiers. You know, when you're facing Yamatos, Shikishimas, is it Shikishima? Or is it Satsuma? One's the super ship, one... Okay, yeah, Shikishima. Implacable, you know, all the 32 mil overmatch that's slowly power creeping in. Because that's fun. That's exactly what everyone wants, right? More overmatch. It's what we all want. It's what we all need. Deep in our hearts is more overmatch. And, like, this is without a legendary commander, too. Like, in theory, if I had pushed right in, got these secondaries firing, which admittedly getting the Lucian's buff off of this is kind of difficult. I only have 6 barrels per side plus the 2 150s. Like, it's not a huge amount of secondary firepower off of Odin. They are 128s, which means they pen 32. But, like, if I had Lucians, I could in theory be taking advantage of Lucian's buffs. I mean, I was taking advantage of them for Iparanga. Like, I could probably throw my regular commander on there and I wouldn't do quite as well. So I wouldn't have the enhanced brisk. I wouldn't have the ship speed enhancement and faster funny button after 2 uses of the funny button. I'd actually have to think about pressing the funny button. Like, this commander is partially what makes these so strong, and that's because he's clearly built for these ships. Like, admittedly, I have only gotten to Bolognese here, but, I think it's Bolognese. I don't know if that actually is it. If it's not it, please correct me. Yeah, this thing's not pulling off its combat instruction twice. It struggles to pull it off once. Because, like, it just degrades so quickly. Like, it takes 15 seconds for this to start degrading. At my maximum gun range of 13.7 kilometers, these shells have something like a 9-second flight time. Like, it is so difficult to charge this buff. I imagine with this, I would probably start losing progress before the shells even land. I think Atlantico's always been here as well. Like, Atlantico does miss the funny button. Don't get me wrong, Atlantico misses the funny button. But it's more just pushing that works well for Iparanga. Let's see. How many more ribbons do I need? A lot. It's mostly the credits I'm worried about not getting enough of. I don't want to use big boosters without premium time either. I could for the funnies. I would hate this. I could take my Wu Jing into randoms. This is a secondary build Wu Jing. It's not very good. I would hate doing that so much, which I feel is all the more reason to do it. But I do need ribbons, which is why I was playing Iparanga in the first place. Odin would probably make me more credits. Yeah, I'll just play around with Odin. Between Odin and Tirpitz, I definitely prefer Odin. Like, Odin doesn't feel as forced into being a secondary brawler as, say, a Tirpitz does. Though Tirpitz is a very confused secondary brawler. Like, you want to be taking IFHE. That way you can have all of your guns penning 32. But in doing so, you're cutting the fire chance way down, and you could argue it's better to keep the fire chance. Looks like I'll be helping out our submarine. Because I'm closer to the A flank, that is where I am going. But, like, I don't know. I've never liked Tirpitz or even Bismarck that much. Bismarck at least has the Hydro. And, like, don't discredit how powerful this can be to have. Like, that is one pretty big weakness of the Pan American battleships, is they don't have Hydro. Like, sure, they are decently maneuverable, but I've also not really been encountering that many destroyers while playing her. I imagine if I was, and they were actually good destroyer players, I might be having some problems. Yorktown, that's never gonna... Baltimore, what do you... He fat-fingered it, probably. AA's useless! Look at how it shut down that entire squadron of rocket planes. Ooh, that Colossus is gonna feel that. I know he already preserved a squad, but that's a lot of planes lost. Can I see his rough restoration time? 81.2 seconds at best time. Whew. He just lost, like... 6 minutes of rocket planes? Like... Ooh. God, can you I'm sorry, what? But can you imagine if torpedoes worked like that? Like, you get hit and now suddenly you've got to wait, like, 6 minutes to replenish your torpedoes before you can even start to reload them? Oh, the Izumo has AP loaded now. For shooting at the destroyer. Man, I really wish you could full pen destroyers. It'd be so nice. I think he's gonna... No, he's not gonna burn down. I don't trust that he's gonna burn down. And I missed. And he didn't burn down. And our Baltimore just detonated. Good. I don't know what kind of bombs those even are. High explosive. Everything keeps dying before I can shoot it. That Richelieu's still on the map border. That's gonna be a problem. That Mogador is still out there too. Hey, little buddy. Ah, Johnston. Yeah, I'd rather go invisible now, thanks. Okay, the Jutland probably has that. I really just keep missing that freaking submarine, don't I? Yeah, Jutland had it. Jutland might still die because of the Iowa. Let's get my heal going. That Richelieu removed himself from the equation, so I really just don't care. Ow. Really feels like that Richelieu is one of the crowd of, I have the range, I want to use it. I mean, our Izumo is not much better, and our Atago is arguably even worse. But the Atago's at least taking some damage. The Izumo's taking a tiny little scratch. Oh, I did not lead that enough. Still smashed the little bugger. He is probably currently trying to figure out what the hell just happened. Okay, gonna get my heal off. I was not as turned as I thought I was. Ow. Now I'm pretty good, though. Oh, there was almost a Richelieu-sized gap. You gotta love when that happens, though, as anyone using torpedoes, when, like, there's just the perfect gap. It's always just the best, isn't it? There we go. Another 300k credits. Just another roughly 1 million to go. And a dreadnought. But you know, Iparanga's so overpowered. That's why the enemy one did so poorly, and ours did just as bad. I was on the flank with the submarine. I had an excuse to not just blindly W key. Like, I'm not gonna drop that just because of how silly I think it is. Everyone's freaking out around, like, Iparanga and that entire line being overpowered. It's like, okay, but played properly, every secondary ship is basically that powerful outside of the funny button. But, like, that funny button, while good, like, okay, let's Let's take a brief interlude here to like pop over to. I'll just go in through the tech tree. Pop over to Libertad itself. So you've got the 10 234s and the 8 127s. These, ignore them. They're never going to do anything productive. Like, they're just not. Then you have these, starting at an 11-second base reload. 3850 damage. Enhanced dispersion, yes. But we've got that. I just want to remember it, so I'm putting it in a calculator. The 3850 damage. A Schlieffen has 7 seconds for 1700. That is almost the same damage output. Only these, with IFHE, are also penning 32. These are firing at base, basically 3 times every time that one gun is fired. This is 3600 damage in the same amount of time. Only Schlieffen's main guns work consistently. I say that. I haven't had that big of an issue with Iparanga's main guns. I don't fully believe the Sigma value. That's the one part of them I'm a little iffy on if they're even working right. Because that does not feel like 1.7 Sigma. I know what 1.7 Sigma feels like. That ain't 1.7 Sigma. Like, I know what that feels like on a secondary build. I know what that feels like with a gun build. I know what that feels like on a secondary build. So, you know what, just for the funnies, this is gonna go so poorly. I do want to make some silver, though. I put this build on for a funny build to run operations with. Never do this. Okay. Tier 7 to 9 game. I might actually get something done. Maybe. This is one of the few points where I'm almost tempted to load the high explosive, even though this is French armor piercing. Like, these are some nice armor piercing shells. As evidenced by these are the same shells you find on Bourgogne. They're the same shells you also find on Richelieu. You know. So there's either a Jutland or a Jaeger over here. I'd rather it be Jutland, because then our Jutland will at least counter-spot him. That Mogador has just given up on concealment. Okay. Oh, man. I'm gonna say ignore the chat. In-game chat. I wish I could just make it vanish. I might be able to. Yeah, it doesn't really matter, because that message just stays there anyway. The Jutland's in B. So I have absolutely no idea what we're going to be dealing with over here. Go, go, gadget secondaries! And that Oquendo is probably now going, what the heck? Ow. Ah, the Shenyang. That's problematic. Because I would really rather be angled to them. See, that's what Iparanga's guns should be feeling like. I'm a little annoyed that his secondaries are not firing, indicating he is not a secondary build. Ah, the Almirante. Yeah, that was only gonna end poorly. Buddy, why are your secondaries not firing? They need to be firing. There they go. Was he just never angled right? They should be starting to fire on the window. He is not a secondary build. He's a hybrid build. Okay. Why, though? But yeah, that went predictably poorly. Let's, start some fires. Secondary build the Marlborough. Nah, that would be dumb. That would just be completely dumb. These guns are absolutely horrible. And that's one of the things that's going to keep Audacious feeling really bad, is these are also equally terrible. Once the carrier rework is finally implemented in-game, the next test for that is going to be interesting, because, like, Man, that was not a fun time. And, like, I get it. People don't like carriers. But making it so that carriers are effectively always last gasping you is not the solution. Quite simply, giving players what they're asking for when it comes to carriers is not the solution. Sorry, Zeton, I am definitely going to be staying behind you. I want to like the Zeton. I just unlocked it recently. Don't even think I have the B hull for it yet. The gun range is depressing. 16-kilometer gun range is just depressing. Does he have... He does not. 16-4. 27. 23. 27. 23. 18. 16 on a cruiser. 20. 17.5 on a destroyer. 16.6 on a destroyer. 17.5. This is assuming range mod. Admittedly. Their ranges will look closer to this. But still, like, that's a range mod Seattle with 18.2. Zhao, 17.5. I've got 20.9. Minnesota's 21.2. 23.7. 27.4. Like, he has probably the shortest gun range of anything firing its guns in this battle that isn't a destroyer. While having not terribly impressive armor. I still really want to see, like, a triple Marlboro division. Because this is a lot of gun. It would blot out the sun. Chungmu, you have a 7.5... Why would you not wait until the cap's being contested? That Freddy is afraid? Okay, ZF-6. 8-kilometer torpedoes, 5.8 concealment. So it can stealth torpedo. Yeah, that was just a snapshot towards the Hawk. Was not thinking I would actually land those shells. These ones, on the other hand, should land. One hit. Incapped something. Oh, hi, Freddy. Coming back, are ya? Let's try to scold my cat away from my computer fans. When they get spun up, she has a real obsession with them. And I don't overly get it. Hawk, you do realize you have armor piercing, right? And you have decent sized guns? Gotta love RNG though. 28% fire chance. I've gotten 1 fire. And I've been lit on fire 4 times. Hope you're ready, Freddy. Aw. 4 hits. Jesus Christ! How many hits have I landed and just not gotten any fires? This has to give me a fire. Come on. 2! Yeah! And a decent spank as well. This Zeton has run away. My guy. Running away does you no good. You have no gun range. Okay, I'm not terribly worried about the Hawk. He has shown a disregard for armor-piercing ammunition. The Freddy, on the other hand, has fired some AP. RNG, man. Ow. Hi, Freddy. My turrets don't traverse that quickly. No. I'm gonna die. Ooh, no. Just barely stayed alive. Come on, heal, come on, heal, come on, heal. Give me just enough, please. Just enough. Oh. Oh, Jesus. The only hit point that matters is the last one. Oh. That's gonna miss. I didn't realize he was that far back. I need to get another heal off. Gotta love RNG, though. I was set on fire basically every salvo from that Hawk. Yet I've landed so many shells and gotten 8 fires. The beauty of having just let all of those fires burn, basically, is I can probably heal back up to, like, most of my health. Oh no, it's over! I didn't break 100k. How was that not a dreadnought? I'm sorry, but I was at like 100 health. What is Dreadnought's requirement again? Amounting to at least 120% from 4 enemies. That was it. I wasn't shot at by 4 people, was I? Normally says... Yeah, it's not telling me. The Hawk dealt fires. It was the high explosive. But it's not telling me who fired the shells. But yeah, it probably wasn't 4 of them. I think it was just the Hawk and Freddy. That's a bummer. Because that was definitely a Dreadnought. I received 104,000 damage on 76,000 health. Furious is funny. If that had kept going, I could probably have healed back up half of my health easily, just because most of the damage I actually took was just fires burning. This thing is silly. And, like, this is why I ate those citadels. You're basically a tier 5 light cruiser when it comes to your arm. Marlborough does not want to be being shot at all. If this was out of the water and, like, up here somewhere, it could, like, angle maybe. But it's got this funny shelf that's at least part of the superstructure, but arms AP. Marlborough does not like getting shot at. There is a legitimate argument to running range mod just so you can stay further back. I just like the 22-second reload. So close. The Wujing battle was a loss. Yeah, I kind of figured. I don't remember which of these two it was that was near me. But still, like, such an overpowered ship. It always ends up at the bottom of the team list somehow. Okay, I need to be right back, because I have to use the washroom, and I should also grab some more coffee while I'm at it, because I may as well. So I'll be back in a few minutes. There's a certain level of irony to me streaming Warships, given most of my YouTube audience watch me for Animal Crossing. So that's fun. But I think I have a Twitch mission. I'm eligible for the mission. Yay. That'll show up at some point. There it is. Get ribbons. Okay. I just spent all of my community tokens not long ago, so. Let's take Marlboro out again. I haven't played this thing anywhere near enough. I'd be willing to bet a lot of the people who did this dockyard have not played Marlboro enough. Like, let's be real, this is probably one of the weirdest and probably worst dockyard ships we've ever had. Like, it's so close to being good, which is the annoying part. Like, the 356s aren't terrible. Like, decent alpha strike on the HE. The AP is surprisingly good because it's short fuse. The concealment's pretty good. The reload is amazing. The gun count is great. The gun angles are ass. Which is part of the problem. If these turrets were a bit further from the superstructure, like they're basically kissing the superstructure. If they were like, I don't know, the width of a secondary turret back and forward, this ship would be a lot better, because then the turrets would have much better angles. I think I'm almost about as pushed up as I want to get pushed up. Given the makeup of those enemy battleships, they're going to want to be coming to me. I don't feel like I have to go to them. So I'm not gonna. Like, the angles to the rear are, I think, even worse. Yeah, I can only fire all the guns at that kind of angle to the rear. At the front, it is about the same. Oh, there's the Zeton. Oh, I feel so bad for him. Hey, there's some RNG. He burnt a damage control. Okay. Make sure I can get my AP loaded. Oh, of course now is when the Akazuki shows up. Arle Fantastic is dead. Man, if that had been high explosive. That's armor piercing. Ooh, Venezia. I missed. He was going a bit faster than I thought he was. Okay, I'm gonna get my high explosive back loaded. And our Schlieffen's dead. I'm gonna guess there's submarines about there. Or no, he's about there. Way to prove me wrong right away, little buddy. Like, if they gave this thing a little better dispersion. Like, maybe battlecruiser dispersion, but same Sigma. I feel like Marlboro would be a lot better. Watch it already have battlecruiser dispersion. It doesn't feel like battlecruiser dispersion at all, though. Their submarine is reversing. It's a U-4501, so it's like as fast as I am while it's under the water, because that makes sense. Our Kurfürst is probably dead. He's going back to the map border. Because of course he is. Let's try about there. Really trying to keep our golden lion alive. Despite my efforts, he found a way to die. His entire team found a way to die. I should be playing a good ship. That's what I should be doing. Okay, I have plenty of tier 9 premiums. I could be playing any of them. Some of which are actually good ships. Baji? Pretty nice. Trying to think of the other tier 9s I have. Kearsarge. Kearsarge is pretty good. I think I have Hyzen. I have Awami. You know, I've got plenty of better tier 9s I could be playing. But instead I'm playing this. Because why not? Sekaryu, that's going to be AP bombs. I am very susceptible to AP bombs. Oh hey, it's Odin, a tier higher, as a cruiser. I really wanted to get Aegir before it became a coal ship. Now that it's a coal ship, I have no interest at all. Like... it doesn't work as a coal ship. Because, like, what you want out of a coal ship is, you know, something unique. And admittedly, a German battlecruiser is pretty unique for the German line if you didn't get Grafspee, Odin... tech tree of battlecruisers didn't exist. You know, pretty unique if you ignore all of those things. But, like, Aegir does nothing particularly special even when it comes to battlecruisers. I mean, she has the 6-kilometer self-defense torpedoes. Is more detectable than my battleship is, though that might just be he's not running concealment, I don't know. Like... there's the Sekaryu. Do wish I had a spotter plane. Because I could be giving that Wisconsin some good news right about now if I did. Or at least could have. Have to sell for the Venezia. Man, if that had been armor piercing. That Venezia might have felt that a little more. It's kind of the problem with this ship, is like... you want to use... the high explosive, because, like... who died? Ah. Our Aegir. Good. Like, you want to use the high explosive because it is British HE. But the British AP in this thing is also pretty nice. Ooh. Ooh, I like that. Man, I am glad they are shooting at him and not me. There is a lot of them over here. And I think our submarine is going to get their health buff. He got spotted in the process, though, and he was the one spotting them all. So he's probably dead. Ah, he smoked up. Bugger. Okay, the Venezia should be appearing again soon. Would be my guess. There he is. I think he sussed out that I've been firing armor piercing. Maybe. No. Damn it. I'm just gonna go back to the high explosive. I think he's too far away. And he's definitely too angled. Well, I broke something on him. May as well get my guns turned. Those rear guns are going to take a while to get turned around. But we have not scored a kill yet. As I'm saying it. And into the map border he goes. Yay. Okay, I'm personally more worried about the Wisconsin. The Kremlin's right there with me. The Venezia's right out of the water. Boys, get a room. Oh, gods. There goes the Venezia. Poor little buddy. He didn't deserve that. What is my reload at? 18.9. There has only been one reload buff. It's only fair I tank for the Kremlin now. The Kremlin tanked for me for long enough. I think their sub is AFK, and I am not complaining about that. Now to 16.7. I'm pretty sure I'm about to go dark, so I don't want to fire again. Hey, passive healing. Oh, we have the central point. We just win. I didn't even notice. I'm gonna +1 this destroyer, because I'm pretty sure he's the one that did it, so... I'm not too comfortable showing this much skirt, but... I want to see if I can put the fear of God into that cruiser. Because that's a lot of shells. We're up to 7,000 alpha damage. Hey, 132,000. I think 133 by the end. Maybe. Maybe ticked one more tick of fire damage. Nah, not quite. Hey, there's all the credits I need. I mean, like, I definitely can't do a battleship's job in this thing, but I suppose I did still receive a decent chunk of damage. It was just mostly at the end. I still have 1.6 potential. So. Here's, I believe, a bit of coal. I'm almost tempted to just buy one stage with, the balloons, just to get the one extra stage of 250. Like the 250 steel, because I am so close to the next steel ship I won. I just don't like playing ranked. But I need... I'll need 1,211 more steel. I wish you could convert coal and steel back and forth. Like, you could convert your coal into steel, and like you can steel into coal. Just maybe at like half the conversion rate, So, like, where, like, I think it's 1 steel is like 10 coal. Have it be 20 coal for 1 steel. You know. I feel like that would be a lot better. But they'd probably never do that, because then these ships would be obtainable. To, you know, in a reasonable time frame for people that don't play clan battles and ranked all the time. I could do ranked. What's Q&A up to? It's up to its normal standard. Okay, I need battleship ribbons. Just ribbons in general, right? Yeah. I have the hard part done. So now's the point where I just go earn some ribbons. Going the wrong way. Come here, Sharn. Yeah, that's fine. That's how I want it. Now I just come earn some ribbons. Because this is how you earn ribbons. I'm fully expecting to get pulled up with multiple Iparangas. Because why would you take a tier 8 into randoms? Come on. Co-op exists for completing missions. I will firmly stand by that. Co-op is here to complete missions. Yeah, there's an Iparanga. There's a Sun Yat-sen and a Missouri. Why would you... Okay. Just so I deal even less damage, but get more ribbons. My goal is ribbons. Ideally, for doing this best, I should be grabbing, like, Agincore. Because tier 5 co-op is probably empty. So I'd be facing almost entirely bots. Honestly, Agincore randoms would probably also work, because you'd still be facing basically just bots. You know, engine boost. I only have 9.1 secondary range. So... Like, okay, I have brought higher tier ships into co-op to farm missions, but, like, I don't see the point of bringing, like, a Sun Yat-sen in here. I just don't. I mean, I suppose you get to actually play the ship, because it's kind of bad, but... I should honestly probably just hop into operations. Be more interesting, but I'd earn half the progress. I almost missed. Go, go, gadget secondaries! I'm gonna eat a flood. And as always, destroyers ruining everyone else's fun. It happens. The fact I think I've gotten more fires already than I was averaging with Marlboro. Though, to be fair, I'm also shooting at lower tier ships for the most part. The lower tier the ship, the higher chance it catches fire, basically. Except for carriers, which are consistent, and they're consistently roughly tier 5 levels. Which is where, like, I will never really understand the complaints that carriers, you know, oh, they don't burn. It's like, okay, you wait out the damage control, which is arguably worse than an American damage control. And then you can burn them down pretty quickly, because every fire burns for 1% health per second, lasts for 5 seconds. So every fire is 5% of their HP just gone. Basically before they can even really react to it. Yay, we get to kill the carrier. What is it doing? Who is it trying to torpedo? Dropping them way out there. Wargaming, I think you broke the AI again. It's also not even moving. It's supposed to be moving right now. Story of my life. Someone else will probably get the kill. Oh no. Kill ribbon. That was probably a loss of credits. Oh no. Yeah, I should probably just do operations. I'll probably get more out of that. It's more interesting for you guys to watch, too. Let's see here. Something likely to get a lot of ribbons. Yeah, space battleship go first. This should get a lot of ribbons. I love how people have taken to operations. Like, they've always been here. People have always been able to play them, they've just chosen not to. And yeah, I like doing this at the very beginning, like swaying back and forth. I'll try not to do it before this actually starts, so that my rear turrets don't turn too far away from wherever the first spawn is going to be, because there's no way of knowing until Ruan picks its exit point. Which happens now. This side. Oh, laser guns! Yay, half a ribbon! There are some missions where I'm like, yeah, that makes sense that it doesn't count for full progress. And then there's others where I'm like, man, can this just count for full progress? Ooh, none of our battleships can die. Or I suppose, no, one of us can. So you'd keep 3 battleships alive. There are 4 of us. Counting Ron. Because Ron does count. Someone gets spotted ahead of Rouen. I'm gonna run into Leo. Oh well. Help him with his turn. That poor Brindisi. Like, I can kind of understand why, like, damage missions are not counted as full reward. But, like, ribbons? That one I don't quite get. Wow. 2 detonations. Yeah, our lion is dead, and I'm probably gonna be next. Because for those who may not know, the bots in here shoot at whoever is closest to them. Closest and spotted. So for the moment, that's the lion. It's soon gonna be me. Now it's me. And the Hanover is the thing I really don't want shooting at me. Now it's the Yodo. Yeah, I'm gonna swap over to the Hanover. Yodo's gonna die. Oh, we've lost... Oh, right, yeah. Oh, we've lost a battleship. It was the Lion. Go, go, gadget AA guns! Okay, that was probably a bit of a waste, but I wanted to try to make sure Ruan wasn't about to eat some torpedoes. It's probably about to still eat some, but... Okay, looks like the Yoshino's gonna kindly eat those for Ruan. So, that's good. I think there is going to be something else over there, so... Should get my guns turned back. Ooh. And see, this is what a 1.8 Sigma should feel like. Iparanga definitely feels like it has a higher Sigma value than it actually should have. Because, like, German Sigma is not terrible. Waiting for that Z-52 to die. There's going to be torpedoes on the way from the Elbing, probably. I don't actually know its torpedo angles. I just know it has them. Hey, Freddy. Hello, probably Schlieffen. Yeah. Now to get my fat ass turned around. Also, normally I would have never bought a camo like this, because they're so freaking expensive. But I had bought this camo just before Kerfurst was removed from the tech tree. Back when, you know, camouflages did something. And basically, you know, Wargaming's thing was, oh yeah, if you already have a premium camo, we'll just give you one for the replacement. So I was like, oh, that's neat. Buying this one is cheaper than buying both, so, you know, if I in theory had to buy both, it, you know, made sense. You didn't have to. Curfirst was free, but, you know. Plus, I am very much someone that, like, I don't mind spending money on this game occasionally. I have gotten so many hours of enjoyment out of this game that I feel like Wargaming deserves a little bit of money. You know. I don't know which side that is, but all my secondaries appear to still be firing, so... Shrugs. Hey, I finally got a kill. Blah. Turret angles. Ron has stopped. Ron was stuck. Okay. For a second I thought this mission might be bugged. Or that I had, like, somehow blocked Ruan. Come on, can we 5-star this? Not if I miss like that. Oh, come on, it's right there. It's almost dead. Yeah! Victory! A little more damage for good measure. That was a decent little chunk of ribbons. And that was basically about 300, so not bad. I feel bad for that lion. I'm guessing he's probably never done that operation before. That happens so often. Where, like, someone hops into an operation for the very first time and just gets absolutely annihilated from not understanding it. Because you have no way of choosing the operations, so you can't just play the ones you know. I'm kind of tempted to use the 420s. You do lose damage per minute, though. That's the thing. And if I did want to use bigger guns, there is always Preußen, which, like, I have actually been kind of tempted to, like, get a new commander and put a main gun build on this thing. Because I feel like a main gun build could actually be rather nice. The 24-second base reload is nothing to, nothing to scoff at. I could probably grind Zeton up in here. Zeton should still get a good number of ribbons. Yeah, I don't even have the B-Hull yet. I have 2 losses. That's all I know for sure that I have with Zeton. It's just a pair of losses. Yeah, I do have it equipped, so. And Narai. No, Cherry Blossom. Will this be Tier 8 plus Cherry Blossom? Or Tier 6-7 Cherry Blossom? So we are all Tier 8s, but it's hard to tell. Spotted. I don't know what my hydro range is. 5-5. Okay. Okay, lower tier 1. In other words, the one where they don't start with a preload. I missed. I mean, I'm impressed they even got their guns turned. After having dealt with the higher level version of this for so long, like, this is sad. Like, those destroyers should start with a preload. I know people would complain, but come on. Without it, this operation's just kind of a joke. One overpen. Ooh. I do like the reload on these guns, though. That's gonna completely whiff. Yep. That poor Yahagi. At least it doesn't have Yahagi health, or else it would already be dead. But, you know. It's definitely not long for this world. Okay, I need to pop a heal. I would burn a damage control, but I really don't want to. I was about to say bonk, but I didn't really bonk it. Okay. Now there's going to be a couple more destroyers just to the north. I think there's still one more destroyer over there. Even. Yes, there is. Let's get myself turned a bit here. Say it doesn't really matter. There is going to be another destroyer behind that. There it is. One penetration. Okay, I need to get some healing, but I am going to move kind of this way so I can help with the Attico. Got little Sister Sarah here and midway. Bunker Hill. I don't think those will go far enough anyway, but may as well fire them because I can. Aw. Hi, Turpits. Good thing I decided I was done healing for now. There's a citadel. Yeah, knocked out a gun. It's a ribbon. I'll take it. It saddens me that that's a 203 Mogami instead of a 155 Mogami. Oof. Jesus. That poor thing. It didn't deserve that. I mean, for as long as the Turpits is alive, I have nothing to worry about doing this. Because the bots will always shoot who's closest. I suppose I have torpedoes to worry about. There's some both sides action going on. Not much, but it's a little. Now I have things to worry about. So I'm now suddenly the closest. Okay, let's get my secondaries back focused on the Shiratsu here. So it's probably about to launch torpedoes. They have launched torpedoes. I'm gonna eat a flood. Because Japanese torpedoes, they like to do that. Okay. May as well get high explosive reloaded. So it works better on the airfield, so. Don't ask me how I'm over-penetrating an airfield, but I'm over-penetrating an airfield. I mean, once this thing can get into range, it's definitely a good ship. But, like, man, is this gun range just depressing. Like, I know I've said that a few times already, but, like, man, it's just kind of depressing. That's another 150 or so. That's Battleship Ribbon's done. Now, destroyers will probably be pretty quick. Because I do have Kitakaze. I also have Kaba, Fenyang. That's really about it for high rate of fire destroyers, but you know, Kita has the highest, so. I was farming experience on her just to get things a little faster, and I'm still debating if I want to grab the upgraded torpedoes or if I want to just wait, because Harugumo is going to have the upgraded torpedoes, like, as well as another, well, a side grade for the torpedoes. So, you know. This was outfitted for randoms, but I wouldn't be opposed to it giving me Cherry Blossom again, but I would not like it giving me Cherry Blossom again. Right, I don't need my friend code on the screen while I'm doing this. It's probably confusing a few people. That's for when I stream Splatoon. There it is. So if you have a Switch... I need to stream more Splatoon. Hermes. Not the best operation to be Kitakaze in. It's not going to matter which way my guns are pointed because they turn quickly enough. Where are you going, Ron? That way. Okay. That is probably the least cool thing about that ship, is that it accelerates as fast as I do. Hey, I think he understood what I was trying to tell him. This would probably be faster ribbon farming in co-op. I do still very much wish that instead of giving them enhanced HE, that Wargaming would have given the mainline Japanese gunboats here the improved AP they ultimately gave to Fenyang. Like, I feel like that would have been a lot cooler. Okay, I need to do this. That mains is going to die. I don't know what he thinks he's doing, but he's about to come face to face with a Hanover. Yeah. Okay. I really shouldn't be hiding behind Ruan, but to be fair, it's not my job to be taking fire for Ruan either. Okay, I mean, this isn't the worst for farming ribbons, I suppose. About to get my health back. Somehow I have not managed to, I meant to try to eat that, but oh well. Somehow I've not, yeah, I was going to say, somehow I've managed to not shoot down, will be the finishing blow on any of these aircraft. I may as well torpedo reload booster. And like farming down some German DDs. It ain't much, but it's honest work. I should get moving. Yeah, I thought that was coming anyway. Now I'm going to be pretty useless for a while, because everything's going to be out of my gun range. No, you don't need my laugh. Stop getting in stuff. Man, if I had the 12-kilometer torpedoes, would be pretty nice. That's undetected, so there we go. I'm gonna see if I can not get spotted. Nah, I still got spotted. Okay. Hydro. No, and it was the 52. Oh well. Took care of 2 of them. There's a bit of smoke there for 1 to use. The N-alt's gonna die. That saddens me so much, seeing Iparangas do that. But also, like... Man, are these gunboats just kind of sad. I landed 618 main battery hits and 1 torpedo, and I have 120,000 damage. Like, that's just sad. Burgoyne has engine boosted. Burgoyne is about to eat a bunch of torpedoes. Or not, they just timed out. That is pretty lucky. That was almost a loss. Right at the end. I mean, I'm glad the Iparanga didn't body block the torpedoes and shout, "Get down, Mr. President." But, yeah, 3rd from the bottom. That was, like, a good chunk of ribbons, though. I mean, like, that was 400 ribbons, basically. Like, it's a good chunk of ribbons, just nothing to really show for it. What? Do you need to be on camera too? Is that how this is? Yeah. Where are you going? Do you even know? Okay. You're not gonna budge the microphone. You near scratch? Okay. I think just doing up the ribbons in randoms would probably be best. I might be able to get some done in ranked. That would take playing Haida. Until I get ranked up anyway. She needs her ear scratched, I guess. You know, you are capable of scratching your own ears. You really don't need me to do it. I guess I'm just better at it, I guess. So I guess multiple times. I don't even know how well you guys can hear me, given I'm pretty far from the mic now, but, you know. You done? That good? No. No, no, no. 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 Ugh. Down there. Be good. Yeah, I feel like randoms would probably be the best. But I could also do ranked. I need to do some ranked. I've been playing Udachi in here, though. But, gunboat time. I just want the steel more than anything. That's why I need to do ranked. Because my clan ain't doing clan battles anytime soon. I think I'm the only one in it that's, like, halfway's decent. No shade to everyone else. But it's a clan for fun, you know. I just have no life. Okay. It's a battle of who's the better Haida. Oh. I'm not a fan of when this happens. I prefer the enemy destroyer being helpless. We do basically have an extra battleship, and they have effectively an extra destroyer. He doesn't have RPF. Okay. That's a skill I really need to get on my Haida. I just need to actually play my Commonwealths more so I can train up this captain. That's a lead, but might be lead. I don't know. No, lead has 2 E's. Okay. He engine boosted to get there. This is the problem with needing ribbons. And playing ranked. Well, there's the Leipzig. I don't think he fired his guns, so he's not running concealment. Yeah, that's a bummer. Okay, there's the Ramat. That will be... That will be York. Yep. Crap. And I'm detected. The Hyda's out here. Come on, smoke. German Hydro is so BS. Nah. Well, this is gonna be the first loss I've ever had with Haida in ranked. Because of German Hydro. And super passive battleships. The battle's the other way, boys. This is why I don't play ranked. Like, until you get into, like, silver or gold rank, more specifically gold, like, the players you encounter are just potatoes, because anyone can join ranked. Like, I do kind of wish, in a way, that you started your ranked journey with qualifiers. Instead of having to go through every rank. If, like, you could go through and play, like, 3 to 5 qualifier games and then get placed from there, that would be a lot better. But to do that sort of system, they would need to expand the ranks and have more than just bronze, silver, gold. Like that's how like StarCraft does it. Your very first games on the like online ladder are placement games to determine what your starting rank is going to be. And you're basically pitted up against people the game thinks you can probably play against. But that would take spreading out ranked more, which I don't think they particularly want to do, because let's be real, there aren't that many people playing ranked in the first place. But at the same time, maybe more people would play ranked if, you know, they had a wider system to it. And there was placements. And, you know, because, like, this is actually a thing of, like, I got tired of trying to fight with the YouTube comment system to reply to somebody. But there was on a Sea Lord video, someone... RPF. Always with the RPF. There was a Sea Lord... comment on a Sea Lord video where someone was like... Oh, we need skill-based matchmaking because that would solve every problem in the game. It's like, it wouldn't, though. Not for randoms. But what you could do for a skill-based matchmaking system is implement one into ranked. Ranked, it will work with. Like, with ranked... So my Elgato is still showing up. Did I leave it plugged in? Oh well. With ranked, you could do a wide system. Like, say, a StarCraft. Where, you know... Instead, you know, your first games are qualifiers, which then place you into your rank. And let's just go with 5 ranks. So, bronze, silver, gold, platinum, masters. Like, that is literally... Well, no. StarCraft has diamond in there. But, oh well. It's mostly lifted from StarCraft. But, Yudachi, Cat B. What are you doing? I don't need help. I'm a Haida. Whatever. At least tell me you have torpedoed on the Colorado. Okay. But you do your placements, you get your rank, and then you go from there. As you win, you go up. As you lose, you go down. You know. Have multiple levels to them like they do now, where there's, say, 10 levels of bronze, 10 levels of silver, 10 levels of gold. It'll be a destroyer down there in A, so... Hey, buddy. Bye-bye. Okay, I should turn my attention back to the Waymar. Okay, Waymar's dead. I should also just move instead of trying to bully the Colorado. I get the feeling it's their Yudachi that has RPF. Guys. Duke does have Hydro, but... that'll be fine. Yeah, I only even launched my Hydro off because I wasn't sure where the Akatsuki was, but... with it being up there... that Prince Heinrich is a bit of a concern, but... I think I'm just gonna hop into B. Yeah, he's not really in a position to do anything about me. The Duke of York is, but he's about to have to contend with a Scharnhorst, so... I don't care if this is gonna get me spotted. So I do have my smoke screen. Okay, that destroyer's probably dead anyway. We'll farm down the Heinrich. Gets me some ribbons. Yeah, that Yudachi... not Yudachi. Akatsuki. Seems to have basically shit itself. and ran into an island. But I mean, that is kind of just what happens when you're in a destroyer and you accidentally get yourself spotted by a secondary battleship. Aiming these guns at such long range is not easy. Ribbons! There we go. Not a huge number of ribbons, but a good number. That's ideally how you Haida. I think almost all of these I've gotten in Haida. And yeah, that other one was definitely a loss. I mean, I haven't been doing bad tonight, so can't really complain. Though I've been going for a little over 3 hours. It is getting pretty toasty in here. Do I want to go one more? Not particularly. I hit the wrong thing. I want combat missions. This is gonna take so... I need to just co-op it. And I don't want to, like, make people watch me co-op stuff. So, yeah. I think that will be it for this stream. So, thank you all for coming out and watching. And hopefully I'll see you... Well, I suppose I'll make mention for anyone that might be watching on Twitch. I do have a YouTube channel. It's linked in the info of the Twitch page. I do daily uploads of Animal Crossing content. Yeah. I play Animal Crossing. Got a problem with it? I will be eventually doing a series on World of Warships over there, but if you enjoy just generally watching me ramble on about stuff and talk about things and all that, feel free to drop me a follow on here, or maybe drop me a subscription on YouTube if you're on YouTube. If you liked the stream, I'd love it if you could like it. Also, if you're not subscribed to me on YouTube, that'd be pretty neat. I'm trying to get to 1,000. Closing in on it slowly. Almost at 600. So, that's pretty nice. Yeah. So hopefully I'll see you guys in the next thing I do. See you then.